discovered that a common market grant can be obtained for growing cannabis, but the local police have persuaded him not to take up the idea. Guy Mitchellmore reports.
Triplo Farm for many years has done very nicely growing fields of wheat like this. But after noticing an EEC subsidy of £3.70 a hundredweight of cannabis, farmer Oliver Walston suggested to the head of the local drug squad he grew 50 acres of the drug, but the police were not amused. Elsewhere in the EEC, however, business is booming. According to official figures, France produced 800,000 kilograms last year. Oliver Walston explained how he discovered the subsidy.
Well, we grow lots of bits and pieces which qualify for EEC subsidies, particularly grass seed. And so every year we get sent from the authorities a list of things, crops that are eligible, and how much the subsidy is. I noticed that in addition to peas, beans, grass seed, and odds and ends like that, there is hemp, the Latin name for which is cannabis sativa.
And that's one and the same as the drug which is smoked?
That is the very same thing that all of your friends roll into soggy bits of paper and smoke very happily all over this country. It is exactly the same thing, yes.
How did you go about pursuing it once you discovered that this wonderful grant was available?
Well, the grant isn't all that wonderful. It works out at about £3.69 per hundredweight. And one of the problems is none of us know how many hundredweights we're liable to get off an acre. But nevertheless, £3.69 is quite a bit. And so it was worthwhile looking into. But to satisfy my own curiosity and to keep myself out of jail, I rang up the drug squad in Cambridge and checked that this was in fact the same drug as they were interested in.
What was their reaction when you said you wanted to grow 50 acres of cannabis?
Horror. I said to the detective inspector who runs the drug squad, what would you do if I grew it? And he said, I'd nick you. And I said, are you serious? And he said, dead serious.
You don't happen to grow any other lurky substances around, like opium poppies or barley for making into whiskey here on your farm, do you?
Not that I'm prepared to discuss on television, certainly. The answer is no.
So what do you plan to do now?
Not a great deal. One obviously has to rule it out as a practical possibility as an arable crop in this part of the world. But I think that the common market regulations could be reformed slightly. We could cut out a bit of bureaucracy, and so that any farmer who does grow it should have the subsidy sent not to him, as would normally be the case, but straight to the Home Office to defray the fine that will undoubtedly result from his growing an illegal drug.
And that's the news.